I actually have my phone charger on the opposite side of the bed where I sleep. And so every night I would lean over. I was like, wait, what is this? Because it really hurt. And so I had gotten up and went to the mirror to see. I instantly was like, oh my gosh, I must have cancer. And then I found the tumor in my breast. I just woke up the next day and called my internist. He told me that we needed to move forward with the referral process. You can't waste any time with cancer treatment.
When a patient is referred to Mayo Clinic, I am the first person they speak to. It is definitely hard. You know, sometimes our patients are crying on the phone with us, and it does. It touches our heart, and we feel for them, and we empathize on what they're going through. You know, we want to treat them with respect, with kindness, and, you know, show them that we care. And we do that by helping them through this difficult part of their lives and making the referral process as easy and painless as possible for them.
So when the patients are starting the referral process, they're worried whether or not they're going to get in to be seen. They're worried whether or not they're going to be seen in a timely manner. I come from a family of healthcare workers. It became personal for me when my daughter needed to receive healthcare. My daughter was born with epilepsy, so she was flown to the Children's Hospital shortly after she was born because they couldn't get the seizures under control. So for 3 years, we were doing referrals to specialists. So we got to experience firsthand what it's like to need referrals to go from one provider to another, from one specialist to another. Because of the experience that we had with her at the beginning, that changed our perspective on everything. So it was a lot. The number of referrals that Mayo Clinic here in Arizona is receiving is greater than 60,000 a year. The amount of faxes that we're receiving year after year continues to grow rapidly. The end goal is to help as many patients as we can, is to give hope and healing to as many patients as we can.
The old referral system was very time-consuming, and it took maybe 2-3 people to validate the faxes. You know, it could be anywhere from a few pages to 100 pages, and somebody literally had to scan through each page to determine if that fax was a referral, if it was medical records, or if it was a request for medical information. And if it's taken us, 4+ days to review the faxes, that is really causing a huge delay in the patient's care. Some of these are, serious cancer diagnosis, so it's just a matter of life and death for some of these patients.
We knew there was an issue here that could be solved. A lot of the patients we receive have serious and complex conditions, and time is of the essence. So we really needed a system that was intelligent enough to extract information from a variety of different documents. The generative AI performs that extraction, summarizes it into a cover sheet that an agent is then able to review for accuracy, and then that individual is able to move it forward to the next step in the process. So the new system was launched in July of 2024. We saw instantaneous results. Currently, our referrals are being turned around in less than 24 hours for serious and complex patients.
Often when we're talking to patients, they're going through some of the most difficult times in their lives, especially on these urgent referrals. Patients are sometimes surprised. Our patients are thrilled that we're able to process the referral as quickly as we are now.
Having to wait a long time for a referral is maddening. Time is so important when you get a cancer diagnosis. I was really anxious to get started. Hang on, let me grab some mugs. I was supposed to go to Spain with a few of my colleagues, actually from New York. I had a few friends that thought maybe I shouldn't go, and I kept thinking, well, I won't be able to travel for a while now anyway, so I should definitely go. So I kind of had a last hurrah. I had just a lot of anxiety on that flight. It was like nothing I had really experienced before, but I think it was just this whole idea that I didn't know what the other side was gonna look like. We were almost time to take off. My phone rang, and it was then that I actually got the call from Mayo Clinic. It was such a relief because then I was able to set up my first appointments with an oncologist to get this process rolling.
So it's quick.
Very quick. After my doctor put the referral into Mayo Clinic, he had told me that it might take up to 7 days. I got the very first call in just 2 hours. And then once we knew, then I was all over getting started. When can I start? I want to start, now.
So Karen didn't know it, but shortly after we went live with this automation, she was one of those patients who was positively impacted. When her referral came through, this automation and our team was able to process and turn this referral around and reach out to her the same day.
So serendipitous that I happened to be living in Phoenix and have the opportunity to go to Mayo Clinic. Definitely a relief to be able to say I'm cancer-free.
How does it feel to know that Karen's now cancer-free?
I didn't know that.
How does that make you feel?
Incredible. Like, the work that we did matters. Mayo Clinic invested in this technology because our patients needed it. So with this automation, patients are getting the help that they need sooner. For the patients, that means hope.
What does hope mean to you?
Everything.